We're live, baby. We're live. What are you talking about? It's not even 31 yet and already claiming that I'm late. What the frick, dude? We're starting on time. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We're back at it again with another Tuesday Hangout live stream session. Hanging out with every single one of you guys. Hoping that the internet, knock on wood, doesn't give out today. Hopefully it does not. Should be okay over there, you know what I mean? Just should be okay. But we shall see how things are going. But what is going on, guys? Let me know that you are here. I want to see how many people we got in the chat right now. I see we got, let's see, Robert Bernal. Hello. Welcome to the stream, dog. Diego, 8 year baby. What's going on? I'd hope not my baby, although I don't have one, though. Go see Alt. What's going on, man? It's all legit. Outside, Time 69. What's going on, dude? Darkest of Trees, brother. How you doing, man? RPG lovers, you already know. You troll, you're already here. Cutter, what is going on, man? Welcome to the stream, dog. Welcome to tonight. Jester, hello, Jester. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Made it through my illness. Beat me up pretty bad. I saw that. The image of you in the hospital bed was like, that was rough, man. That was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. I was very concerned. But I'm glad you pulled through. I'm glad you're doing okay. That's crazy, though. Honestly, like right after an event too, dude. That's nuts. Talk about indigestion, right? Look at the package note on my order. Wink. Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look at that as well when I get the chance. Lance Adrian 69. Hello. Welcome. Stephanie Noikos. What's going on? Welcome. Oh man, excuse me. Corman, hello. Welcome to the stream, dog. Welcome. Wouldn't be the first time I almost died. Yeah, I know. There've been several. You, Squirrely, fucking Crazy J, like, you guys have, even Ghosty, like, have some, like, crazy-ass stories, when it comes to, like, I don't know what it is about the area, like, oh, yeah, there was a tornado this one time. Oh, yeah, I drove through a storm, right? I drove through this hurricane or some shit, right? Like, what the frick is going on over there, man? It's crazy. But yes, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully you guys were, spreading the word around as much as possible. I want everyone to have equal opportunity to win this next upcoming live stream giveaway that we go on every Thursday, of course, as is per tradition. You guys see them right there. The promotions, the extra entries, right? I try to make it very obvious that, hey, you're going to want to pay attention if you want to get those extra chances to win. We're going to be doing these promos for a little bit longer. Every $50, obviously, we'll be getting you 2 entries into this week's live stream giveaway. That's, the classic. That's always going to be there. I try to make it as, easy for you guys to maximize your chances of winning. But if you guys get your BB Wars tickets tonight during this live stream, right, only during this live stream time frame, any other time, it doesn't count. Only during this live stream. If you order one of these tickets, whether you get yourself one of the Empire or Rebel tickets, no matter what side you pick, you'll be getting yourself 5 entries into the live stream giveaway. 5 chances of winning this week's giveaway, right? 5 chances, Rebel or Empire, it don't matter. I mean, Empire is the winning team, baby. I'm just saying. But yes, make sure to go and get your tickets in for those as well. Or, hey, there's plenty of new things you can be getting your orders in. We actually just updated some of the prices, some of the sale prices for some of the combos that we got going on, specifically for the Gen 4 Predators and more of the Gen 4s to be announced as well. But look at that. Why is that price so low? Let me tell you why. You know why that price looks also familiar too? That's just the price of the gun by itself. You are getting literally a free battery and charger to go along with your Gen 4 as well. So if you were in the market for a Gen 4, I'm going to strongly recommend you pick up one of these bad boys right now. I'll leave a link to that as well in the live chat. But if you order yourself, and again, I'm only doing this during the live stream, and this might be the last time I do these specific promos. If you get yourself one of the brand new LT Glock 19 Gen 5 gas blowback slide kits, whether you go with the Tomahawk or the Arc Division Reactor, you'll be getting yourself 12 entries into this week's live stream giveaway. But alternatively, if you get yourself the complete gun already pre-assembled for you, right, you'll be getting yourself 24 entries into the live stream giveaway. So again, pretty damn good deal if you ask me. It's a very easy opportunity, very easy way to get your entries. And again, if you want to take advantage of the promos, you can always just get yourself a $50 gift voucher. That way you get yourself 2 chances, double the chances of winning Thursday's giveaway. It's a trick that the mods and the regulars have been doing for, God knows, literally years at this point. So make sure to go ahead and follow suit. Increase your odds of winning. Now, for today's stream, it's a hangout live stream, which means I have a discussion topic for us tonight. Now, obviously, we've been talking a lot about the Sons of Liberty Gunworks stuff, right? We've been posting a lot of media about that as well because, you know, Lancer did secure the license to go ahead and make replicas in Airsoft for the Mark I, which is a very big deal. It's a very big deal in the firearms space and military space. If you guys follow along with, like, any sort of, like, military developments or, like, you know, guns that or equipment that's being used by our current military or militaries in general, the Mark I is going to be it's going to become a very familiar name. You're going to see that name come up quite a bit. So it's very cool that Lancer was able to secure that license with Sons of Liberty Gunworks, and of course we were able to go ahead and feature them on our channel. We actually did a whole interview with them, I believe this past Friday. If you haven't seen it, make sure to go and watch that video. It's on our channel. Check it out. It's pretty fun. It's cool to see that they also are very down with Airsoft in general as well. But their announcement for the Mark I, you know, if you guys have been paying attention, obviously Bossman's been putting it in there in the Discord too. They're going to be releasing not just one version. There's going to be 3 mainline versions of it. It's going to be gas blowback, AEG, and HPA. And when I was thinking about that, I've been thinking, okay, you know, it's been a hot minute since we've discussed all 3 in the same sort of conversation. So now it kind of got me thinking, which do you guys run? Which do you guys prefer? Which do you guys encourage others to use? AEG, GBB, and HPA. If you have any hot takes regarding any 3 of these individual systems, whether you're speaking from ideally from personal experience, right? Don't just want negative naysayers on here for no reason. But, you know, if you do have your opinions, feel free to go ahead and put them down. If you do have any Airsoft-related questions at all, or not Airsoft-related, but just questions in general, you just want to shoot the shit, talk about, you know, pretty much anything, feel free to go ahead and do so. Put the letter Q in front of your question. Put it in the live chat. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to spot and identify and thereby answer. You can ask your question more than once, but anything more than twice is considered spamming, so just be patient. I'll get your question as soon as I possibly can. And remember, during this time frame, if you haven't already, make sure to go and leave a like on this live stream. Really helps us out, and continue to share this around with as much people as possible. Really helps the algorithm recognize that you like the content that you're seeing, and you're going to be able to get more of it. But without further ado, let's get started into your lovely Airsoft questions and comments. Remember me if I win? Oh, this is exactly what you shut down Airsoft. The someone's had sand such an Airsoft replica. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we've tried it before in the past, and you know what? Maybe it's time. Out of curiosity, maybe it's time that we try again. Now, obviously not during this live stream. YouTube, don't freaking shut me off. Not during this live stream, but at some live stream at some point, I actually would be down to try again, just to see what happens, right? Just to see because if someone else can do it, like, I'll look around if any recent streams to see if people are able to get away with it. But I'd very much like to be able to go ahead and, like, stream, like, from a shooting range or something, right? Literally just have, like, either me and Cisco just sort of hanging out on the stream, or even if it's just me, fuck it, if it's just me, right, I'll hang out at the shooting range or something. I'll have a few guns with me, and I'll just start, like, you know, test firing them and showing, and then answering, of course, your guys' questions as well. Something along those lines. Even if it's a shorter one, I would be down to try that again. Ooh, RPG lovers. Okay, check Airsoft General on Discord for my take on AEG versus GBB versus HPA. All right, I'd rather you guys put them in here in the YouTube live chat, but I will check. RPG lovers, for you, I will check. Airsoft General. What is this? Did you put a whole ass freaking Venn diagram of what is this? You know what? You know what? I dig it. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Ease of maintenance, realism, performance. Okay. Ease of maintenance. Wait a minute. No. I just noticed. It's over here. It's on the side. It's right there. What the heck? Why is HPA so there? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Here's the thing though. Sure, tell me why you feel HPA doesn't even go anywhere on here. Because I would imagine that HPA is fairly easy to maintain. You know what I mean? You're spending top dollar, so you don't have to touch anything really at the end of the day, right? I imagine at the very least it would be here, and then maybe here. I would say, if anything, I would say HPAs, even though AEGs have gotten a lot better, I would say HPAs still have the edge over AEGs when it comes to just overall performance. Not by much anymore. Not by much anymore. You know, that gap that used to exist 10, 15 years ago, it's not as pronounced as you may think. I mean, it's not as crazy of a difference anymore. Obviously, you take like a super cheap, low-end, you know what I mean, airsoft gun. Obviously, yes, but let's be real here. Not all AEGs are of that same quality and that same spec, right? There's a lot of AEGs that exist out there, man, that are like MGC4 that are really cutting the edge when it comes to, you know what I mean, what an AEG is really capable of, right? So I would say, for the most part, yes, HPA might still have it over performance, but again, I would say not by much anymore. It's that gap is not that crazy as it once was. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it at that. But again, if you guys feel like you have your opinions on that, by all means, feel free to go ahead and, you know, put it down in the live chat. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. Super excited for the Mark 1. I haven't been this excited for an airsoft gun ever. Hey, that's what's up, Ghost. Yeah, dude, I'm excited too. Here's the biggest thing that I'm excited for when it comes to the collab between Lancer and Sons of Liberty Gun Works. I just like, and Boaz has mentioned this too in the video. If you guys haven't seen it, I strongly recommend you guys go watch it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, actually, you know what? Here. I got just the thing. Hold on. In case you guys haven't seen, or you guys aren't watching our content regularly, make sure to watch all of our shorts, please. And thank you. I work very hard on those. But if you go onto our channel, right? Where is it? Shorts. Yes. Yesterday's short was actually, I thought, very, very cool, because it just kind of. Here's the thing when it comes to a lot of firearms companies, and not throwing shade to any one company in particular. They don't really. A lot of times we've experienced that they're not as enthusiastic. A lot of these companies are not as very enthusiastic about working with airsoft companies, right? And it can be for a number of reasons, right? And that's fine. That's totally okay. They can have their opinions, but that doesn't mean that, you know what I mean, you shouldn't be excited or want to have a hand in, you know, being able to, because this is, in a way, it's a very direct way of marketing your own name brand. You know what I mean? If you have an airsofter, right? Especially if we're going to use the tried, you know, classic example. If you have a kid, right? Obviously, this child can't own a firearm, right? Can't. Not without parents and everything, but he wants to go out and get practice. He wants to get reps in. Airsoft's the way to do it, man. Airsoft has been proven to be the way to do it, right? At the very least, to get that muscle memory built in, you know, become familiar with the platform. If he grows up using, right, playing airsoft with, say, a fully licensed Elite Force Glock, right? Obviously, that's kind of a weird example because everything going on right now with Glock. But, you know, just throwing that out there, right? Insert your favorite platform there. And he grows up, and obviously he gets to the age where he's able to, you know, get his own guns and everything. He wants to finally get his own, make it a big purchase, and he decides, you know what? I was very familiar in airsoft with the Glock. You know, I really liked that platform, the way it looked, and I got really familiar with it. I put a lot of hours into it. I'm just going to get a real one, right? And it's going to feel very similar to what he's used to, right? And it's nice to see that Soul GW understands this, right? Mike even went on a podcast, you know, Mike went on a podcast and even, like, stated that out, that, like, hey, you know, he never in a million years would he have thought that he would have an airsoft version of the Mark 1, but, like, that's cool, man. Like, and he's super ecstatic about it. Just to show you what I mean, I'm gonna pause this for a second. I'm gonna pull this guy over here, and I'm gonna show this off, because I thought this was actually pretty cute.
Wow, that's super cool. This thing is the greatest thing ever. This thing's pretty legit. I mean, it's hefty, it's fun, it's handy. Like, this isn't a toy. This is a pretty cool item. I'll take two.
Yeah, they're like super stoked about it. They're like super happy that, like, you know what I mean? Like that, like, again, like they're just playing with, like, you know, some, like, you know, just regular AEGs, right? That obviously we haven't been able to even make, like, an airsoft prototype yet for the Mark 1, but seeing just what an airsoft gun would feel like, right? How fun it can be? Absolutely, you know. I'm so glad that they're super enthusiastic about it. They're honest. It's unfamiliar territory for them, but they're super down with it. They love the idea. They love the passion that it seems like that, you know, airsofters have. And again, this is just only doing more marketing for them, because again, how cool is it to know that, like, okay, we made this really dope rifle, right? That's out there, right? And it literally won the contract for SOCOM. But not only that, now we're seeing like a bunch of kids and, you know, airsofters in general, right, now being more familiar. Like, Soul GW is becoming a household name, and the airsoft thing is really helping that too. Like, that's cool, man. Like, that's really freaking sick. So I'm super excited for it. By a lot. I'm really excited. Oh hell yes, a black MDC4 Mark III mock suppressor. Yeah, for anyone that didn't know, we listed it, like, I think sometime last week, like mid to late last week, I believe, maybe even earlier. But yeah, we have the MDC4 black Mark III suppressors available now, which it's been a hot minute. You know what I mean? We've been waiting for those for some time, I won't lie. But I'm just super grateful that we're able to finally get them in. Let's see here. MGC4 suppressor. Unless they sold out already. I really hope not. Okay, thank God. Hoo-wee! Oh man, that would have sucked if we immediately sold out. But yeah, MDC Mark III full metal QD strong suppressor. Comes good with the flash hider, right? Very, very familiar. Very familiar. If you know, you know, right? But I like it. I dig it. It's discounted right now. That was the other thing too I wanted to mention. Shocker deals are back online as well. I don't know if all your favorite models are back, but you know, you never know. I'd highly recommend you give it a shot and take a look around. But Shocker deals are indeed back. You can score some pretty damn good deals going on right now. So I'll leave a link to the Shocker deals as well. Those just started. The new round just started today, so make sure to check it out before it gets too late. Is there a DMR in the Gen 4 series? Not yet, Cooper Simmons. There are like some DMRs that we do have, but I guess they'd be closer to. They're not really part of the like standard Gen 2, Gen 3 lineup. There is the LT Battle Axes. Those are like the 308s. They have several different variants of those DMR platforms, but they're not strictly like a standard Gen 2. They're technically actually using different internals as well. They're great platforms though for upgrading though. If you ever did want to take a look at them. Battle Axe. I can't spell axe. Axe. There we go. Let's say it's a battle axe. There we go. One word. Battle axe. There you go. I would recommend these. These are actually pretty freaking sweet, honestly. I'll leave a link to those in the live chat as well. You can ask Cutter about it too. Cutter actually did a whole ass custom off of one of these. Fantastic. Freaking fantastic. Yeah, I lost like 12 pounds. Jesus Christ, really? Was it 12 pounds? God damn, man. I'm glad you're alive still, but damn. Stressed out as fuck. College and work are kicking my ass. Oh, dude, the past 2 jobs I've had very first day I got sick and I was out 2 weeks both times. Veer flu, lost 20 pounds. Jesus. Damn, dude, I'm sorry about that, Ghost y'all. Hopefully things are looking better, though. Hopefully things, if not already, things are looking better. Jesus, man, I am sorry to hear that, dude. Scrolling up. Making sure we caught up on all those. Scrolling up on all those. Scrolling down. Okay, I know there's going to be a few more. Whoa, there we go. All right, so it caught up a lot. What's going on, Epic Fail? Welcome to the stream, dog. Brewer, how you doing, my man? Crazy J, I was just talking about you earlier. All right, scrolling up because there's going to be a few more questions. Remember, guys, any questions, make sure to go and put the letter Q in for any question. Makes it a lot easier. 308 for 125. Honestly, worth it, Ghost Steel. Worth it, man. I would strongly recommend one of those. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Those Shocker deals are crazy. Crazy. Is that Battle Axe worth it? It's got crazy. Yes, I would say it is. Again, feel free to Cutter if you want to go into detail about why you like it. By all means, go for it. Pros and cons that you like about it, and especially for the price alone, even normal retail is worth it. Sale price, dude, give me 3. You know what I mean? By picking up one of those. I don't know what you're talking about, Brewer. I don't know what you're talking about. Diego, your baby. MTW are top notch. I do. I would 100% agree. You know what's funny? When it came to regular walk-on fields, I actually don't normally see that many MTWs. What's funny is that when I went to American Milsim, I was like, oh damn, there's a lot. Like there's so many dudes rocking like the Wolverine setups, right? Rocking the MTWs, like so many of them. It was crazy, right? I was not expecting that, but dang, like I looked and I was like, this is where all the HPA players go. It was just funny seeing that. I was like, damn, so that's where most of the player base goes to. What's going on, Victor? Welcome to the stream, dog. Do they have the tan one, Cutter? If they do, what do you think of it on my Scar? We do. There is indeed a tan one. There is indeed a tan version of the Mark III suppressor and flash hider combo. It's actually same price and everything. Epic fail. I've been contemplating HPA at least for winter, but I have no clue how to build one. Any thoughts on Wolverine MTWs? Are they good? Yes, absolutely. I can strongly recommend those. I'm not an HPA guy. But if I am going to go with an HPA, like, you know, out the box, I'm going with the MTW. I'm keeping it dummy simple. The only thing I'm going to need, tank, reg, line. I'm done. That's it. I mean, well, maybe like the, you know, the battery for the HPA. But that's besides the point. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, that's it. That's all you need. Right? I would 100% recommend one of these. Are they expensive? Yes. There is no way around it. Let's be real here, guys. Even HPA guys got to admit, it's expensive. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good. It's good. To this day, while, yes, like I was saying, the gap between the performance of an AEG and the HPA for years, right? It was like this. HPA here, and then AEG was down here. It just was, right? But it's gotten a lot closer, you know what I mean? And I'll be honest, for most regular walk-on players, there really isn't that much of a need too much. Now, if you really were a person that strives for the top performance period and you are performance driven exclusively, right? That is the number one thing you care about. It's worth it. It's worth it, because even in the year of 2026, there is still no beating the trigger response of an HPA gun. There just isn't. The level of control and adjustability that you have, you can't really beat an HPA gun yet. I'm saying yet, at least in this point in time. But again, for most people, do they really care? No. Like, you know what I mean? It's not really worth that money. You know, especially when, again, if you're a good player, you should be able to go in and get kills regardless of what it is you're using. I can hand you a Springer, and you should be able to at least give me a body count of some kind. You know? But to answer your question, yeah, are they good? Yes, they're very good and simple. It takes a lot of the guesswork out. I have a proper M. Yeah, that's right. And should introduce some BB grenades. They would have so much fun. This is love my HPA G and G308 MBR. That's a nice one to do, actually. I like the 308 MBR stuff. They're super nice. And GB with HPA adapter. I'm not a fan of HPA, but gotta admit, some of the reality with that power platform. That's what I'm saying. Again, the amount of control that you have, right? And the trigger response alone, it's just like, dude, yeah. You know what I mean? Speaking of shout out to thanks to Warzone for the hookup on the first GBR. It's gonna be some fun times. That's like, ooh, Crazy J. Which GBR did you end up getting, man? Which one did he hook you up with? I'm curious. I will say that HPA does have performance plus maintenance. AGs performance, GBs have maintenance plus realism. That's true. I would say GBRs require the most amount of maintenance, but the realism is just like, oh, so good. It's just so freaking good, dude. We're going back to that original Venn diagram and everything. For those that are just joining in right now, welcome to the stream. We are having a discussion right now of AEG versus GBB versus HPA systems. What do you like to run? What's your favorite? What have you run before? Do you have opinions about running any of the three? Recommendations, that sort of thing. And of course, if you have any questions, whether they're airsoft related or not, they're completely off topic, make sure to put the letter Q in front of your question. It makes it a lot easier for me to spot and identify. I got the Double Trouble box today and 2 other boxes, using them for giveaways at our field next week. Hey, Dingo at your baby. That's actually pretty cool, man. That's actually a really nice idea, like to use the prizes to give away to newbies. That's pretty cool. And the prizes that are in the Double Trouble are actually pretty good. They are actually pretty good. Hey, JFD, what's going on, man? Shout out to Jester for his help in the Discord. Nice. My take, they're all cool in their own way. That is such a good political answer. You know what I mean? That is such a good political answer. When you try to ask a politician a question and they dodge around the question but so gracefully, like that's that answer right there. But yeah, This is the Venn diagram that RPG lovers had put up. Ease of maintenance, AEGs is on there. Performance, AEGs and GBs. Realism is GBs, and then he put HPA all the way in the cuck corner. You know what I mean? He put it all the way in the cuck corner, which is hilarious. I would say that's a little unfair. If I'm being, it's funny, but it's not fair. You know what I mean? I would say HPA goes like here, and I would say AEGs. Believe it or not, okay, here's the thing. I would say AEGs kind of go here as well. Well, let's be real. I mean, they're not that. Well, no, yeah, I'll stick to it. I'll say AEGs goes right here, ease of maintenance. But I think there should be a fourth one. I think there should be a fourth one of accessibility. I think is another thing that most people don't realize. Accessibility is a huge thing in Airsoft, right? And what I mean by accessibility, it's like, all right, parts, right? I know you could say that's ease of maintenance, but how easy it is to find parts? How easy it is to find magazines? How easy is it to find the platform itself in stores, right? Is this something that only you can find sometimes and only certain shops carry it at a certain time, you know, like limited edition, that type of bullshit? Like, is this something that's easy for a new player to jump into? Which I think it should be its own category, really. And I think that's where AEGs really shine the most. In addition, of course, to like ease of maintenance. But again, feel free to let me know what you think. What did Bossman put there earlier? What is this? Why? Did you really just ask that question, dog? What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Why would you ask that on the Discord server, bro? That's nuts, dude. Why would you do that? Yeah, the air tank and hose kills it for me. That's my stance on it too. It's all legit. I got into Airsoft because I like the realism aspect behind it, and I didn't have to worry about refilling an air tank, and then, you know, and granted, you could say the same thing about an AEG, right? It's like, you gotta charge a battery. But I will say, at least it's a lot easier to kind of like not think about it when it's not visible, you know what I mean? Versus an HPA gun, it's like the tank and the line is clearly there, right? It's like part of it. Every time you transition over to, you know, to the other side, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be very noticeable that you have a line and a tank there, right? So I get where you're coming from, because I kind of feel the same way too. But I will say that the performance benefits from it is worth mentioning. It is worth talking about, and I got to give credit where credit is due, despite my own personal opinions. Utilize, are you GA affiliate or a custom guy? He is one of our mods and good time friends and members of the Mayo Gang. What would you recommend for an intermediate Airsoft M4, and how many mags would you recommend having in outdoor with it? That is a great question, Cobra Striker 65. I would say for intermediate Airsoft, well, it depends on what you're describing as intermediate, right? Like, I never really like putting labels on the Airsoft guns in general, unless we're talking like, okay, you know, super high-end stuff, because that itself is like, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but again, it could be subjective as well. What sort of budget did you have in mind? What sort of expectations did you have? I mean, intermediate Airsoft guns, I mean, there's several brands that you can go with, right? You got your Arcturus, you got, you know, some Lancer Tacticals in there. There's a few options which you can go with, man. Like, you know, there's quite a few. I would say Gen 3s would probably be the ones that I would honestly suggest. Any LT Gen 3s are pretty solid. You can check out the entire lineup of Gen 3s. But again, depends on the budget you have. I would say, you know, any of the Predators, the Gen 4s, if you can get a Predator Gen 4 from LT, that's like probably really freaking good, especially for the price point at which you can get them. I would say that would probably be your best bet. And as far as how many mags, depends on how often you shoot, depends on how trigger happy you really are. I usually tell people get at minimum 3 magazines, and that would be including like the one that you get out the box, right? So 2 extra magazines on top of whatever gun you buy. But again, depends on the person, and also depends on the magazine too that you're getting, right? Like a standard, you know, let's say regular mid-cap magazine, you know, compared to the PTS EPM1, right? You're talking 150 versus 250, right? That's a big difference. It's a very, very big difference. But great question, Cobra Striker. Great question. Real guns are in the middle. That's funny. What's going on, Warzone? Stupid easy for maintenance. I would agree. I would want to have to disagree. Touch a replica to end the stream. Lance Agent. Ooh, we're getting bold tonight, aren't we? We're getting hella bold. Guys, it is now 8 o'clock. 30 minutes has gone by for this live stream. If you haven't already, make sure to take advantage of the promotions we have going on right now. Every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries into the live stream giveaway. You order yourself your BB Wars ticket happening May 2nd at US Airsoft World in Anderson, California. You order yourself a ticket during this live stream for the next hour and 30 minutes until 9:30. You will be getting yourself 5 entries. That's 5 chances of winning said live stream giveaway. All right, if you order yourself either one of the new Glock 19 Gen 5 gas select slide kits, whether you go with the Arc Division Reactor or the LWSX Veil Solutions Tomahawk, that's 12 entries. Either one, which you get, that's 12 chances of winning. And if you order the complete, fully built out guns, the Gen 5, GB pistol with the slide kits, installed respectively, either one of those will get you 24 chances of winning the live stream giveaway. But that's only going to be for the duration of this live stream. Like I said, you got like less than an hour and 30 minutes left. So make sure to go and get those orders in now before it's too late. And remember, if you do have questions, feel free to continue asking away. Put the letter Q in front of your question. Makes it a lot easier for me to identify in there my answer, right? Or if you just want to go ahead and shoot the shit, feel free to go ahead and ask away. And if you have opinions regarding the topic above, again, that's going to be AEG versus GBB versus HPA. Let us know what your thoughts are. Which one do you like the most? Which one's your favorite? Which one do you hate? And I'm curious to hear, and I want to hear reasons why. Don't just tell me you hate something. I want to know why. Give me the meat and potatoes. Why? Cobra Striker, what are your thoughts on Eddie Valiant? Goober. Absolute goober, right? Memester all the way through. The most unserious airsoft, one of the most unserious airsofters I know. Very skilled, very talented. Yeah, that's ADHD personified. That's the best way I can describe it. Good guy. Finally got my first airsoft gun, the Mayo Gang 84 Mark 1. Bolt streaming 8. Were you the guy that showed up on my stream last week and were asked to recommend, and I gave you the recommendation for the Mark 1 with like the battery and charger combo? Are you that guy? Because so, dude, I'm glad you got that airsoft gun. Hey man, great pick. Great freaking pick, dude. Outside time 69. Are you going to Zone 37 next month? If I can get my ticket comped, maybe. I'll be honest, probably not. Because we are incredibly busy with trying to plan and prepare for BB Wars. I want to make sure that goes off without a hitch. Which, by the way, make sure to get your tickets in now, guys. The more tickets we sell, the more likely we are to continue doing even more BB Wars. If you want BB Wars to happen in an area near you, make sure to show your support. Get your tickets in now while you can and pull through. Any recommendations for KLI Baba Yaga Green Gas Mags? I know LT has many options. You can go with the standard TM spec. What is it? High cap magazines. If you want to just run that. But for optimal performance, the Baba Yaga was basically designed for CO2. It can handle the green gas, no problem. But it was designed for the CO2, man. Ghostio. That's what I would say. Answer that one as well. AEG primary, GBB for funsies, and milsim. I like that. I would say, if anything, GBB for funsies, and you can use as a primary for walk-on days, but AEG for milsim specifically. I know it's tight to be able to run GBBRs for milsim events, but depending on the milsim event you go to, it can be pretty unforgiving. If you have a malfunction in the middle of the damn game, if you're in the thick of it, you gotta walk all the way back to your to the fob, or you gotta walk all the way back to your PB, whatever it might be that you got going on there, and you gotta refill on green gas. You gotta do, like, it's just, I don't want to have to worry too much about reloading as often, versus and it's cool, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but for milsim, it is nice and it does add to the immersion, yes, and you are a giga chat if you run that. But for me, I've always ran AEG primary for milsim specifically, because I will always make sure that they are working properly. Right before, I'll check them in to the tech, make sure they're good to go, bring them out to the event, and they don't give me problems, right? And I always make sure to carry spares for when the guys that I do know on my team that do bring GBRs, I always make sure, and I tell them too, to bring an AEG just in case. And sure enough, at some point or another, they usually will have an issue, whether it be the cooldown effect, when it comes down to like night games. It just happens, you know what I mean? They don't properly prepare, for it, and it happens, right? It absolutely happens. So they'll always have an AEG pack, or I'll have one, and I'll have to let them borrow it as well. That's that as well. That's that one as well. Okay, should be caught up. Let's go to the most recent comments. There's gonna be a few more. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Here we go again with Warzone's freaking takes. I hate AEG. It sounds like a vibrator, but more disappointing when the Battery dies. You misspelled battery, man. You misspelled battery. Have you heard anything on the new AO in Palo, California? I have not, outside Time 69. I am very curious about it, actually. I know what you're talking about. Should a Lever 15 be considered a sniper class when used as a sniper? DMR setup in terms of FPS rules. I think only if it's... I think it can be, but only if it actually if it meets the FPS rules requirements. Like, if it's over 400, it's like, okay, we can consider it a sniper. But that also comes with the engagement distant rules for snipers as well, right? You can't be within a certain distance to use it on another player, right? If you want to go that hot with a Levar 15, be our guest. I don't really think the platform itself really should matter, so long as you're hitting those that requirement. Sure, absolutely. Giveaways held on Thursdays. Yes, giveaways are only held on Thursdays. They're only held on Thursdays. Tuesday is our Hangout live stream. We say it in the description. Tuesdays are just a Hangout stream, but they're a golden opportunity for everyone that watches to increase their odds of winning the live stream giveaways that we host on Thursday nights. What is the giveaway for? It's again, like I said, it's not tonight. It's on Thursday. But the giveaway prize is always going to be a YouTube unboxing mystery box, which normally retails for about $175. You can win it for free though. You're basically winning a free airsoft gun. That's good. BB Wars Hawaii Pacific Insurgents. Ooh, Fidel. That's a great name. That's a great name, dude. Oh, in Hawaii, bro. Oh, yes. I would love to go to Hawaii. That would be expensive as fuck to run it, though. That'd be so expensive. Are you kidding me? And I have no idea how many of the Hawaiian Islanders, the natives, would be down to actually play BB Wars there, right? I have no idea. It would be tight, though. It would, and that's a great. I can't get over that name. That name is awesome. That or Pacific Conflict. You know what I mean? Like something. Oh, that's such a sick. Good job. Good thinking, Fidel. Good thinking. That I give you shit because of your feet thing, but you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad to know that you got some great ideas in that noggin, bro. Do we all hate those guys that give HPA a bad name and spread misinformation that HPA hits harder and the guys that say GVR is the only airsoft? I just think I hate any form of like elitism when it comes to airsoft in general. Like I know the guys you're talking. I am very familiar with. Trust me, I know the guys you're talking about, Joshua Landers. I just think that there is something really off-putting and just like so unfun to be around people that just like this or nothing else, right? Like I hate that shit. And that form of elitism they feel that they can wear. It's like, dog, we're playing pretend soldier out here. Stop trying to like act cool or better than anybody else. We're all doing the same dumb shit right now. Like, come on now, let's be real here. Let's be honest, right? We are all playing the same glorified game of tag, dress up and pretend. Let's not kid ourselves about what it is that we're doing here. And that's fine. That's the way I like it, right? But any of these guys that like, I don't know. I don't know. I hate that idea. You shouldn't hate a player also for just running a very specific platform. They're running it for a reason. You may not agree with that reason, but you still have to give your fellow airsofter the common courtesy and respect. No matter what you may think, as long as they're following the rules, you can't say shit. Don't get mad when they outplay you as well. That's another hot take that I did earlier. Actually, I don't know if I showed you guys this one. I was very proud of this video. I was very proud of this one. A little while ago, we did an Airsoft Hot Takes short, actually, and I was very proud of it. Let's see here. Shorts. Yeah, so let's put that over here. Let's pause this. And then let's go with... There we go. Hold on. Freaking there. Come on. Load for me. There we go. Okay, I'm going to show this one. Airsoft Hot Takes was the...
Softers aren't ruining Airsoft. You're just mad they outplayed you.
Yo, rentals are more fun to play with than some of you tryhards.
Most tactical gear setups are just for looks. What? I'm being honest.
If you're getting mad at a 12-year-old, you're the problem.
A lot of you have $1,000 gun setups, but you get one ball by a rental. What are some of your Airsoft hot takes? Let us know in the comments.
But yeah, no, I genuinely think that, because I've heard that too, speed softers ruin this, and believe me, I feel like I understand what you're trying to go, where you're trying to go with this, but I don't like generalizations. I don't like to cast a whole big umbrella over people, you know what I mean, just for the type of gun that they're using. Or the way they play. I don't care, right? So I've heard that one a lot, and I think that's a hot take that I think people need to just start accepting. Speedsoft doesn't ruin Airsoft. It's another form of Airsoft. You may not like it, but it's not ruining it. And when you encounter them on a walk-on field, don't get salty that you just got outplayed. It's literally what it is. I've been outplayed thousands of times. By, like, rentals even, man. Like, it's not that big a deal. Like, it's a game. We're all here to have fun. You know what I mean? Like, just stop taking ourselves super seriously. I get it. There's the time for immersion and everything. But even when I play at, like, MSW events or when I do, like, any of these, like, MILSM events that I frequent, you know what I mean? The guys there, like, we all know, like, yeah, it's fun and you can get lost in the sauce a little bit, but, like, we're at the end of the day, we all know, like, what we're doing here. You know what I mean? We all know that this is just a game. You know what I mean? We're not gonna cry about this or get all salty and start fights over this shit. You know what I mean? So come on. So I feel like everyone needs to just kind of calm down. You know, not take those super seriously. Seeing as how I work on both real steel and airsoft GBRs and airsoft, GBRs are the closest thing to real steel. No, 100% agree. They will always have the immersion, like, over everything else. Airfare looking under 400 round trip. Under 400? Under 400. All I need to do is get myself a stiff drink before I get on that plane. Rocky Mountain Hell Jumpers, what's going on, man? I'll be using a Lancer Gen 4 Master for 2 years now, and it's been great. Hey, I'm glad to hear, man. The Gen 2s are solid. Gen 2s are absolutely solid. 4 mags, 3 for your triple mag pouch, and 1 in your gun. That's true. That's a good way to do it as well. HPA integrated into a stock doesn't bother me as much. I play in woods and everything snags, so GBR AEG makes more sense. Seeing too many people rip lines, break gun when they snag on something. No, that's fair. Whenever I play at, like, George Air Force Base, for example, right? It's a lot of urban fighting. You can easily snag your line on something. You know, you can easily snag your line on, you know, any piece of debris that you go into, or when we're going in houses and clearing buildings, like, you know, there's a nail sticking out. You know, you can get that shit stuck on it. Like, I've seen some pretty bad horror stories with it, with HPA. They each have their pros and their cons. That's really how I'm gonna, like, call it. And it really is up to the individual what they feel comfortable running and how much money they feel comfortable spending, really, for it. But everyone is going to have their own pros and cons for it. Cheers 460. I have no idea. We'll never be happy until someone invents BBs that have gas in them that propels them without external forces. I don't even know how that would work, Ghost Steel. I don't even know how that would work. Cisco thought, okay, now the ideas are not good anymore. Now they're no. I may be in a mood tonight, bro. I don't want to hear that. Springers go in the middle. That's hilarious. Minutes on a Springer. I think the gun will break before that. True. Well, it depends on the Springer. If we're talking like spring bolt action sniper rifle, like a good quality one, yeah, you know, you maintain the inner barrel and everything. You make sure it's clean and shit. But, like, other than that, I don't really have a ton of maintenance. Normally, HPAs are harder to do maintenance than MTWs. Change my mind. I don't really know about maintenance, per se. Maybe just initial setup. I just think setup is more difficult because you got to build it out yourself, right? Again, a WeTech M4. I think 5 mags. Can't remember what aftermarket parts I had to... Mini GBRs? That's cool though. Hey man, that's still sick. You know, you can still find parts for WeTechs out there. All everybody knows about the GBR is that it's a WeTech. I'll post a pic and it roast my build. Ooh, did you post it? Let me see. Roast my build. A interesting setup. That is a, I don't know what it is. It looks a little cursed, I won't lie, because of the freaking full M16 stock. It just makes the grip look so much smaller. Make sure, is that a shorty grip on that? That is hilarious. Hey, you know what? You got yourself a GBR, man. You got yourself a GBR. I cannot wait to see, Cutter, what you're gonna be, or Crazy J, what you're gonna end up doing with yours. I'm very curious, very curious to see what sort of craziness you're gonna come up with it. Yeah, and I was like 5 mags with it. Yeah, Crazy J. Yeah, 5 mags with it is a steal. That's good. That's real good, Crazy J. Ease of maintenance for GBRs, much easier than AEGs. Is that for GBRs, much easier than AEGs? Yeah, but how frequently you gotta do it though? Prime Tech, how frequently you gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? And even then, even when people are frequent with it, how many times they still get problems with it because they're not actually doing it right. Keeping an inch for maybe should be good for a weekend party. Absolutely should be good. HPA isn't real. HPA is government psyop to take away our GBBs and AEGs. Okay, sure, pal. You got the aluminum hat's a little too tight fitting, you know what I mean? Hell, even I'm getting one. I run AEG only. No, fair. Absolutely fair, Corman. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But yes. I would 100% disagree, RPG lovers. HPA is indeed real. It's just an alternative. You don't have to. And here's the thing. We're not trying to convince anybody either way. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's your choice. Whatever you want to run, whatever you feel comfortable spending, how much time you want to invest into it. It's entirely up to you, man. You know what I mean? It's entirely up to you. Is it a hassle to buy airfare and car rental? I'm still struggling with this. I haven't flown in a couple of decades. Damn. I mean, to be fair, I get it. I don't really fly that often either, if I can help it. So I have to buy air. And no, usually, I mean, it depends also on the site that you go through. You could also go through Expedia. And maybe a few other sites too. They'll offer like bundle services too. You could probably save too, get like a discount if you're able to go ahead and like bundle them together. If you go through Expedia, for example, you're like, you can plan the whole like trip and everything through Expedia if you really wanted to, right? You can be like, okay, I'm traveling this day, coming back this day. I want to get a rental for this. You know what I mean? You can do the whole 9 yards and everything. Starting to ban this. What HPA? What's HPA? Dartree, don't act like for years you didn't freaking run HPA, man. Like, you don't act like he gets his first GBR and then all of a sudden says, "Oh yeah, I only run GBRs." Don't give me that. Don't give me that. You always love to run HPA. You would gas up. No pun intended. You would glaze HPA a bit. I do remember this, Darktree. Don't pretend like you didn't turn coat, man. I remember. Pepper Ridge Farm never forgets. The MTW battery grips are top notch too. They use watch batteries to run the electronics. Nice. Well, I thought smartphones were supposed to be smart, but mine literally just kicked me out of everything smartphone these days. Oh, sounds terrible. Isaias, what would you put on the OSW? Oh, that's right, DJ. I forgot about that. You did order one. Okay. So, for those that don't know, JFD, our good friend, got himself the VFC gas blowback FAL OSW, right? This bad boy. So beautiful. Gorgeous. She's gorgeous. You want to be a star, don't you? This thing is a beaut to say the least. Now, how I would run these, I'm a simple man, right? We're talking Elcan Spectre style optic, 1 to 4 times magnification is like pretty much all you would need for something like this. That's how I personally would run it, with maybe some type of like shorty vert grip or AFG of some kind. Now, because it's using a slimmer M-LOK handguard on this one, I would say go for a slight angled vertical grip of some kind. Nice and stubby. That's typically how I would run it, and that's pretty much about it. Maybe some type of PEC, end gall of some kind, some type of laser box up in the front, right? That's pretty much all I would use for it. I mean, if you want the exact model and everything, let's see here. See if we still have it. We might have the G&G one. Now, obviously, this one specifically is pricey. Where you get the optic from, it's up to you. But, you know, we do carry it. This, oh my god, it looks so good. It looks so freaking good. It looks so freaking sick on the OSW. That's what I put. Even on the one that I used on the video, we ended up using the L-can, my personal L-can on there as well. And it looked phenomenal. It looked great. But again, it's entirely up to you, ultimately, what you want to run on it. That's the optic that I personally would run with. But moving on. Remember, guys, if you have any airsoft-related questions, put the letter Q in front of your question. It makes it a lot easier for me to spot, identify, and thereby answer. There we go. Okay, I put it out in the world that I wouldn't mind getting sick so I could lose some weight. I did say that I could be sick on the weekend, but I got sick on a Monday. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ghosty Help. I wanted a Battle Axe to build, ended up with a G&G through MBR with Kythera engine. That's hilarious. Hey, you know what? Both are sick, though. Both are really, really sick. Talk about me. What did I do this time? As well. Can you give some of that illness? I want to get the summer bod. Dude, that's crazy. You said that. All right, scrolling down. There we go. Were you rude to my friend who went to the store today? I didn't. First of all, Dad, I didn't even help anybody in the storefront after like 11, 12. I helped out, and I know the guys that I did help out were my regulars too. So I don't know who you talking about. What are you saying, dude? I want an OSW FAL, dude. I'm saying it, man. Like, if again, obviously, I'm not trying to. Yes, obviously, we're salesmen. We try to make you buy things, surprise, right? But I'm just saying, if you from airsofter to airsofter, if you had the means, what does Ferris Bueller say? If you have the means, I highly recommend it. Yes, my sentiments exactly. Right? It's just, it's so cool. It's so freaking sick, dude. Like, so sick. Right there, there's that. Oh, yes. Yeah. Why is it loading? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yes. Oh, so good. Again, DJ, here's the only thing I would say. Mr. JFD. This is the only thing I would recommend to. If you, and for anyone that wants to get one of these, the only thing about this, not even really a problem, just something to keep in mind, the bolt catch, the release for it, the release paddle that you have to, it's a push down, you know, kind of action that you got to do to it in order to like carry the bolt forward. It's really stiff when you first get it. Like, my God, it feels like it's stuck. It's not stuck. It's just, that's just how they come. You know, that's just how they be right out the box. You got to really push it down in order to get it to move forward. After the first couple times, it'll loosen up and it'll become a little bit easier to go ahead and release after a while. You just got to keep doing it over and over again. That's like the only thing. That's the only thing. But I would rather it be that than, you know, be way too easy for it to come out. You know what I mean? I got there right at 11. I was not the one that helped you. What tracer would fit the Mark III suppressor? What tracer would fit the Mark III suppressor? It wasn't really, okay, it wasn't designed to take a tracer in it, though. That's the problem. I mean, I could maybe see you taking the internals of maybe like a brighter R or brighter C, potentially, and putting that in there. Here, this is... Three suppressor. You could probably take maybe like a brighter R, maybe like a really small one, and like shove that inside potentially. But yeah, it just wasn't really meant to accommodate any sort of trace unit. It was meant to literally just be a mock suppressor. You know what I mean? Just came to say the best is HP, HPEBB. HP electric blow. Okay. What's going on, Sigma? Welcome to the stream, dog. But yeah, that's probably what I would suggest. Maybe, but like, I think a blaster might be a little thick, no? Chat, what do you guys think? For anyone that owns one of the MGC4 Mark III mock suppressies, have you guys tried this? Like, I'll be honest, I never liked the idea of shoving a trace unit inside the mock suppressor. why not just get why not just get one that's already pre-made for that? You know what I mean? This one wasn't designed for it, but again, it's entirely up to you guys, whatever you want to do with them. I just can't guarantee that any of them will fit inside, because it wasn't meant to accommodate that. That's the thing. You could try it. Where there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? You can figure it out. You know. Let's see. Coil West 22, excited for the MGC4 MWS. Can't wait to get my hands on it. That's what's up, man. I'm glad you like. I'm glad you're excited, man. I'm glad you're excited. Sigma, you would, and also why you go? What the frick? You're just texting people. My Asec Predator uses a blaster right now. If you think it can fit, so same with it should. If you want to try it, I'm just saying, I'm gonna put this out right now. Myself and GI is not responsible if it doesn't fit. I cannot guarantee that. We will not guarantee that. I'll find out when the ones I ordered gets here. Tell us, please tell us. If anything, if anyone orders that and is gonna be trying that, put in the Discord like, okay, here's our test, right? We found this, right? And it's like, here's the tracer unit internals that can fit inside of these MOX pressors, right? Or this MOX pressor. Actually, 720 Starbucks internet can't handle 1080. Oh, that's hilarious. What's going up? Isaias supposed to GBR Warzone hooked me up with. Okay, gonna start a GoFundMe for a VFC FAL. My man's is straight up gonna be like, I need a GoFundMe so I can get this airsoft gun. Oi. Oh, that's so funny. Frequency of maintenance is different from ease, but if we're talking about that, it's pretty subjective since you have to consider environment, frequency in playing versus plinking, and condition. I'm thinking like your regular walk-on player, SoCal walk-on player. Again, I don't know what the environments are like elsewhere else, right? But we're talking a lot of dirt, a lot of sand, a lot of like dry brush as well. That can get easily into the game. But even then, I feel like you wouldn't really need to do it. Even if you were playing, like, let's say, once every other week, right? You're playing once every 2 weeks, for example, right? On the weekends for, like, 5 hours at a time. Maybe 6 hours, right? 6 hours of play max, right? I would still think that, like, the ease of maintenance for an AEG, right? And just how often you would have to do it, right? Obviously, depending on the parts you have. I would still say, I think the AEG is, like, well, again, I'm not going to say that it's, like, there's no maintenance at all required for it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But the amount of times, I'm telling you, man, the amount of times that I see guys that don't do like actual proper cleaning on their guns, or the guys that have to clean literally in the middle of like, you know, their game days, right? They have to literally, okay, it's, you know, they've stepped off the field, they're on the staging area, and they gotta break their shit down and start immediately cleaning. It's like, oh, I started getting some issues as I was cleaning this up. I gotta dust this. Like, I could see, you know what I mean? I could see that. I love my GBRs. I never get bored of the MWS Coil West. Here's the thing, that I would agree with you as well. Here's the thing, as much as they can be maintenance hogs, I still love them, man. They're still cool. You know what I mean? Like, I still like playing with my GBRs too. Like, they're fun. You know, and that's the thing that I don't think that most people like go into. Most people go into it thinking that GBR is going to automatically make you a better player. I don't know. You can say that for any platform. Same thing with same thing with HPA. Just because you have one doesn't make you a better player. It doesn't automatically increase your skill level. There is no substitute for skill. There's no substitute for skill, for training, for practice. There's no substitute for it. Really, at the end of the day, you can't go out there and expect, oh, well, now that I have this gun, I'm going to get way more kills. Not necessarily so. Dare I say, far from it. If you suck no matter what you're given, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's phrasing. Let's think about that. But yeah, no, if you suck, you know what I mean? You are not going to be getting any kills no matter what you get. You know what I mean? You're not going to be really harvesting that much kills regardless, you know? If you're, and that's why I say, if you're good, if I hand you a spring pistol, if you're good, you're going to get a body count of some kind. Cooper Simmons, does BB Wars happen more than once a year? Typically not. We usually will do BB Wars minimum once a year. BB Wars, I think we used to do like 1 to 2 times a year. But then we had to stop BB Wars for a while, obviously pandemic and everything, and we hadn't done a California event in a long time. It wasn't until 2023 that we were able to do one, and in 2023 we were able to get 2 of them. We were able to get 2 of them planned out. The first one was in US Airsoft World, which is where we're going back in May, which I'm looking forward to a lot. And the second one happened at SC Village, which was still fun too. I like that one as well. I got to see a lot of people out there, which was pretty tight. 2024, because of scheduling and new staffing and everything, we've just not possible to pencil it into our schedule for 2024. So 2024, we didn't do any BB Wars at all. We even did at some point BB Wars events in Texas as well. D14 was where we would normally do it, but we hadn't done one of those since like I think 2020. I think 2023 we did, no, 2022 maybe. I don't even remember when the last time we did a Texas one was. I had never gone to a Texas event. I really want to. But you know, planning outside of the state is very difficult. It's logistically, it's complicated. It's more complicated than people want to admit or will even give us credit for. First of all, even planning events locally is like super difficult. A lot of you guys in the Mayo Gang or get to see behind the scenes. You guys know. I've talked to some of you personally. You guys know some of the how it can be sometimes, right? It's tough. It can be really, really tough and way more difficult than you guys think. So anytime we are able to pull one off, it's like, we fight for it. Thankfully, the guys at US Airsoft World love it and have so much enthusiasm for it, and they're so cool. Seriously, shout out to the guys at US Airsoft World. I highly doubt any of them watch the stream, but on the off chance that they are watching it, seriously, you have no idea how much of a headache you guys take off of our plates, because you guys are so cool and willing to like actually work with us. Like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get into it too much, but like, let me just say, as far as just like a partner for planning stuff, so much easier, dude. Alright, let's move it on up, because there's gonna be a few more. Let's see, a full clean and re-lube gun check mags, see if they leak completely, take apart, and re-lube seals. Yep, that sounds about right. The one guy in the shop today is like, oh, okay. No, it's not that we only shop online. Like I said, you can still buy stuff in store, but like, we're not gonna have any displays, like I said, because we keep getting broken into. For those that don't know and haven't been to the in-store walk-in location, we've had four successful, two unsuccessful break-ins. So totaling 6, right? But I think it's 4 successful ones if I'm remembering correctly. It was a lot, and they took a lot. But more than the guns, which already were expensive. Glass, like big planes of glass, if you guys didn't know, is also very expensive, significantly more expensive. Like, holy crap, that costs a lot of money every time a window is broken. Oh my god, it's so expensive to do that. If you go to the store now, you'll see that there's actually quite a bit of like, we're putting like this fencing along, so that way, again, it's like, okay, even if you were to break the glass, good luck trying to get through that. And if you did try, you would be spending so much time trying to get in. It's not worth it. Like, objectively, like, even for me, right, if I had to, not saying I would, but if I ever had to break in anywhere, I would not want to break in here, because my god, that is so much of an inconvenience. It's like, it's not worth it, man. Like, whatever, it is not worth whatever's inside. It's just not, so that's why we're working on that right now. But yeah, if you knew what you wanted or you just had questions, you can always come in and ask. That's fine. But again, we're just not gonna have stuff on display for you to just be able to like pick up and go. You know what I mean? Like, that's just unfortunate we can't. It's too much of a liability. Hot take: people who run a GBRS Hydra mount on a full-size rifle are goobers. Hey man, Corman, I'm gonna say this. I know what you're talking about. This, right? Obviously, this is not like the real one, right? But actually, no. I'll show up the real one. GBRS. Where are you? Because we do carry GBRS stuff on our website. Well, thank you. Okay, yeah. Let's say one of these Hydra V2s, right? If you put this right on like a carbine or like a full-length rifle, I'm just gonna say this. It is comfy, you know what I mean? But granted, you're talking to the guy that no matter what, I like the carry handle mount. I've always liked carry handle mounted stuff, Like, I think it's super comfy. I like the retro rifle look for it. So when I see this, it's just like, we just come full circle, you know what I mean? We're just full circle now is where we're at. But for something like this, I know what you're saying, because these were meant for like, obviously for like SBR, GBB style guns. So if you're putting it on like longer S style rifles, and it's like, yeah, I get where I understand it, but I'm not gonna like, pretend like, damn, it's not comfy though. It is comfortable. I hate HPA. It would be fun as didn't crank them after Chrono. Here's the thing though. I applaud and this goes shout out to all my refs out there that are on top of their game. If you're a ref, or if you're becoming a ref, if you're in the process of, or you want to become a ref at some point, that is the one thing I would always say. If you can, carry a chronograph with you. If you see, and I hate to paint a target on them because it's not fun to do, but there are a few bad eggs out there. Just do me a favor. Randomly starts chronoing at random on the field. Start randomly chronoing HPA players. Yeah, I would just say that. You know what I mean? Like, because you would be surprised that there are, I have encountered them, and thankfully, most refs are on it and are usually like, hey, you know, they'll randomly chrono, hey, you come over here right now. You chrono this. Don't touch your setup. No. Touch your setup. Chrono your gun. Shoot for me right now, right? And if it goes over, all right, you're banned, right? Like, that's it. Which, yeah, I like 100%. Absolutely, they should be doing 100%, right? But again, I'm not going to outright ban the entire system because of a few bad eggs. I don't think that's the way to do it. I don't believe in group punishment. I don't. Woo-wee. Do full body clean and relube day 4 game. That's the way you should, as you should. Isaias, how many of the GI team are going to be wars? Okay, so we have... I'm going for sure. Boaz is going to be going for sure. Cisco should be going. As far as like staffing, I think our boy Lancer Tactical Anthony may be going. I want to say yes, because he is gonna, because Lancer is also sponsoring the event too, along with Zion Arms, KWA. So I do want to say that he is going. He's going to be probably playing on the Rebel side. I could be wrong though. I would have to double check. It is still fairly, obviously, you know, time is getting closer, but it is still fairly early in the planning phase right now. So we're gonna see who's able to go. But I believe, for sure it's gonna be me and Boaz. That's no question. Like, absolutely, we're gonna be going. But Cisco should be going. It's not 100%, but he should. He should be going. And then of course, I know we got members of, like, you know, the Mayo Gang, not the actual GI team, going through as well. We got I know Dartree, he said he was going to be going as well. He wants to be able to carpool with us. I know, pretty sure our RPG lovers, you're going as well. Pretty sure Darkstar is also going. I could be wrong, I don't know for a fact though. Brewer, I know he's going to be going. Seabass, I believe, should be going. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, Seabass is now technically being part of the team too. He's employed by us. Gotta open a gearbox, completely take it apart. You're gonna normal HPA. MTD has it apart already, and no gear. Yeah, that's true. Got lucky, had my sleeves down. It would have been worse. Okay, answer that as well. I had a blast right up until I took a direct hit from a fate round to the arm. The few scars. Damn, bro. Had your sleeves down. Okay, that's good at least. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Jesus. The only players I hate are the tryhards. That's true. I think there is something about, like, you know, guys that are like ultra sweat. I don't necessarily think there's anything a problem with, like, guys that are trying to, you know, get the kill. If they're going at it from, like, a competitive standpoint, that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with being, you know, it's like the same thing, right? When you play online video games and you sort of multiplayer FPS, right? It's like, yeah, you're trying to win. I understand that, right? But I think what tryhards have to realize, and this goes for anything, no matter what it is that they do, whether it be video games, airsoft, or any sort of sports that they play, right? Not everyone around you is also a tryhard or is doing the same thing. You know, a lot of people are just there to have fun, and they just view this mainly as a hobby. I mean, they're not there as, like, this is the main thing that I want to try to get good at. Like, and if you are, hey, more power to you, man. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But as long as you're not making the experience worth and, you know, not fun for other people, that's the most important thing. As long as you're not doing that, then you're fine. You know what I mean? I think it's okay. You know what I mean? Just have that understanding that, like, yeah, most people are just in this to have fun or more casual. That's really all it is. One of the reasons I like to go to Cali is Zone 37. Such an interesting event. I honestly, it does look cool. And I know Lancer's going to be sponsoring, I believe, the next one. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I could try, but I'd have to get my ticket comp for that, you know? Seabass pimping that stash. Yeah, Seabass is funny. Yeah, it is interesting to see him on videos now. It is pretty cool. He's like, it's so funny because I know he's a little nervous when it comes to being on camera. He likes being behind the camera and, you know, working it, which is cool, which is always super appreciated. But anytime like I have a member on the team, I do try to include them in, like, you know, even if they're not doing any of the planning stuff for like the videos. If he has video ideas for videos, I'm gonna be like, yeah, of course I'm gonna listen to it. Obviously, we'd have to workshop it, make it work and make it appropriate for work. You guys know I've talked to Cutter before. We've been on on Discord calls before where I've like told you I've had ideas for shorts, but I've had to really like workshop them because they just as is they would not be appropriate for work. Like I've done so many edgy jokes that are like, okay, maybe that's too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes I need that second opinion to tell me like, okay, we should not be doing this. This is not a good idea. Because if given the opportunity to, I will. You got to think. Remember, guys, I have to come up with short ideas for the most part every day, every single day. Right, Monday through Friday, there's usually going to be a short that's posted. I try my best on all these, but sometimes, you know, I won't lie. You know, there are some previous videos we've made that were a little bit spicy, you know, in terms of their topic. But man, were they hilarious! Man, were they funny! So like, we kind of get away with that. You know what I mean? If you can make the audience laugh, you can kind of get away with anything, really. You know what I mean? If you can make them laugh, it's like, it's not that bad then. Which, you know, it's terrible advice, but hey, you know what? It works sometimes. But if I have an idea, I want to run a mile with it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, how far can I take this, right? Like, this is what I want to do, right? I don't know what it is. And sometimes I'm like, oh, this would be kind of funny. Wouldn't it be kind of sketchy, like, or not sketchy, but wouldn't it be kind of like controversial? I'm like, yeah, but think of the views. Sometimes I gotta think, reel it back in, and I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, Seabass, it is funny to see him getting there, but I feel like he's slowly starting to get over it, though. I feel like he's slowly I'm gonna make him very comfortable in front of the camera. It's going up. It's going up. We're 100% copy is 137. My guy, idea. Damn, Nicholas Rourke. Whew. Damn. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Shit. I might have to hit you up then at that point. Well, the Zynearms 11-1, 3,000 milliamp. That's a chunky boy. Stake battery be as good as LiPo batteries? Yes. I mean, the lithium ion is just bigger, right? That's sort of like the main, in terms of like physical differences you can see. Yes, that's like the biggest thing. Lithium ions are usually going to be significantly higher in milliamperage. I hate HPA. Okay, answer that one as well. Would love to go to Hawaii, get some spam masubi. You can get that here. I mean, I know it's not the same, right? But still, never been. I went there once with my family. I was a little kid, little kid. I learned how to surf kinda when I was there. Should be as well. What I purchased today counts towards that. Yes, if whatever you purchase today will automatically enter you into Thursday's giveaway. If you order during the live stream, though, you know, this live stream time frame, if you placed your order like not too long ago, depending on how much the order total was and what you ordered, you actually could qualify for multiple entries. But these multiple entries opportunities are only available and viable during live streams themselves. So that's why I usually recommend, if you're going to order something, order it during a live stream. Maximize your potential of winning Thursday's giveaway. And remember, we do giveaways every single week. That's liver action. Oh, yeah, it's been a while. So I hate AEG. It sounds like okay. Answer that one as well. All right, scrolling down. There's gonna be a few more. Damn, it moves so much. The closest place to get spam food for me is literally almost 2 hours. Damn, Ghost Y'all, I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, I can get some pretty decent spam Masumi not too far from my house. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Chef Patakage, what's going on, dog? Welcome to the stream, man. So you guys wanted to stop by and say hello before I headed out too. No worries, man. Appreciate you stopping by. A video idea: the best underwear to wear for Airsoft. Answer may surprise you. It's not crotchless. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't think that it's crotchless either, man. Or going commando. I'm a firm believer in wearing underwear when you can. The only time I don't wear underwear is because I didn't do my laundry yet in time. So this is the only time I do it, and I hate it. I hate having to do that. But even for Airsoft, no, I'm wearing my boxers. You know what I mean? I picked up a gift card, so I may win again. Hey, man, it could happen. It could be. Seabass don't like attention. Here's the thing, though. He actually says that, but You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't fight me that hard when it comes to being on camera. You know what I mean? Like he's like, oh no, stop. And like, he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, he'll say a little thing and then he's like, all right, I'll do it. And then he's fine. He does great on camera. Like, I have no problems with it. He's got that natural riz, man. He can naturally riz up the crowd, you know? Win the crowd, you'll win your freedom. Exactly, Prime Tech, exactly. Oh my god, here we go. I hate GBR farting out propane, fun as fuck, but I have my ear to the bottom of a magazine more than I have my trigger pulled to the back. That's funny. I haven't gone to a place to play yet, and I got my first gear for the first time like 4 months ago. I haven't really had time to go to a place yet. Daily Vessel. Hey, you know what? The first time you go play is going to be really fun then, because if you have all your gear and everything else, you know, sure. I mean, I'm very much a proponent of before anyone buys all their stuff, right? This goes for anyone, right? You can have your own opinions on this. Feel free to chime in if you like. For me, I always tell people, play the game once first. Play the game once or twice first. Go to a field, do a rental package, right? Do a rental package, and then see how you like it, right? See how you like playing the game. See how it, if you even enjoy it. Because if you don't enjoy it, no amount of stuff that you get or buy for it will make you enjoy it more. It might, you know, be a little bit better of an experience. Tip a little bit, but if you're not having fun, you're not having fun. You know what I mean? And I knew that I was going to enjoy it because when I first went, you know, and I did the rental package, I had a blast. I had an absolute blast, right? I had so much fun, and I knew I wanted my own stuff. And I did used to do the rental stuff as well. So I tell people, do the rental package when you first start, right? See if you like it. If you like it, all right, cool. And then play with it, right? Play with the rental gun, play with the rental gear, see what you like and see what you don't like, and then start asking around other players. You know, start like literally at the field. If you ask them like, hey, you know, I'm a new guy, I'm trying to get an idea as to what I should be getting. Can I ask you some questions about your gear? Or, you know, can I see this, you know, gun that you have? You know, why do you run it like this? Why do you have this? Most guys that I know of, if you ask them and you tell them, hey, your gun looks really cool, can I ask you some questions about it? Most guys are going to be like, oh, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely. By all means, ask away. Most guys in the airsoft scene are really cool about that shit, right? They're really cool. And he's like, here, you can, you know, hold it, right? You know, just obviously finger off the trigger. You know, hold it, see what you think about it, right? See how this feels. And then you get an idea as to what exists out there, right? You get an idea as to what, you know, how you can build your airsoft gun, right? Maybe you have an idea as to like what, sort of accessories to look for. If you're like, oh, I really like the way this vertical grip feels, or I like the way that the longer rifles feel, or you like the way the really short ones do. Like, it really all depends, right? You're at the end of the day, you're gonna be the shooter. You're gonna be the one that's pulling the trigger. Get something that's gonna work for you, and get whatever it is that you need to get out and play. And then as far as like what exact pieces of kit in terms of tactical gear, you won't really know what you need or what you like until you actually start using or start getting a little more experience playing with it first. So I usually tell people, play a few times first and then get the gear that you need. That's usually my best piece of advice. I try to save people money whenever I can, and because I feel bad when people spend money on stuff, especially if it's a lot, all at once, and then it turns out they use none of that stuff. None of that stuff is conducive to how they play, or it's conducive to, you know, how they like to operate their kit, or how they, you know, they work on the field. Like, it just, I just want to save people money when I can, you know. All right, but scrolling up. But I'm looking forward to the day that you can actually go to the field, Daily Vessel. I really am looking forward to hearing what you have to say about it. Oh, they have a location picture. Still in the talk stage. Still in the talk, trying to feel that that's what I was looking for. Zarkstar not going unless he changes his mind. I hope he does. I hope he can, because it'd be freaking tight to have him come. Use HPA. Spot checks, please. Would rather get checked than have some bad egg. Honestly, I agree. I agree, Ghost Y'all. I 100% agree. If they are cranking up, you know, their regs, you know, all the way up, cranking up their PSI, get them out of here, man. Like that, we don't need that shit in Airsoft. We don't need any of that bad juju, you know? Hell no. Hell no. What has been the average head count for the last 3 BB wars? Like, in total? Well, it depends on the location, actually, because there were some that were like 300 plus, some like 140, 150. So usually anywhere from like 120, I'll say 120 to about like 320, anywhere around there, you know, give or take. It really depends on the venue. The venue that you choose can really change. Oh, excuse me. Can really change the number of people that want to actually like join up, right? They make the lemur mount for full-size rifles anyways. Yes, but again, it's just nice to run the Hydra. I like the Hydra, man. What's wrong with it, man? Let them have their fun, man. You know, why you gotta judge everything, you know? It's just the line from Nacho Libre. Why are you always judging me, you know? 350 for that is no, it's changed my mind. You guys need a dog with an MGC4. Dog with an MGC4. Hell no. I would feel. I've seen at a lot of like MILF events, like in the staging, even for AMS when it just went last time. There was a dude that had like his dog just hanging out there at the campsite, which was pretty tight. You know, I would have loved to have done that for my dog, but honestly, like, I know my dog, she's got too much ADHD. She would go crazy unless she had someone physically with her at all times, which actually would be kind of tight. Okay, let's go here. Scrolling up. Which types y'all carry, but will the GBB receiver sets be available when the LT AEG is released or sometime later? Which types y'all carry? I think he answered that, Prime Tech. Yeah, I remember you asking the question if the receivers sets would be available. I believe, yeah, he said yeah. He said yeah that they would be available. Yeah, he answered that question. I don't know if you saw the response, but he answered it directly. He said yeah that they would be available too. Yeah, when the Lancer GBRs here, let's see here, Lancer Tactical GBBR. Yeah, when the ADG stuff, like the SLR rifle work stuff, when these guys become available, at some point, maybe not immediately when these become available, but like at some point after, yeah, receiver sets should be available too. You should be able to go to get the receiver sets on their own. Should you want to purchase those individually, that's fine. Okay, let's see here. Scrolling up. They're trying to get an East Coast BB Wars worked out. Yeah, man. If only one of you guys owned a field, you know what I mean, Crazy J? If only one of you guys owned a field, like, I don't know, like if Cutter, or Squirrely, or you, Crazy J, if you guys had a field out there somewhere, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. I would love to host an event out there. Obviously, traveling would be like a whole other expense, but like, it'd be cool to host it there. It would be cool to host it there because you guys would know exactly what we're looking for and what we would want. Propose my pick in non-airsoft. Trust me, you will be so happy and have a fantastic time all the time if you play airsoft for the love of the game. Propose my pick in the non-airsoft. Okay, where is this? Non-airsoft. The frick is non-airsoft at? Oh, there we go. Non-airsoft stuff. What is this? I didn't see this. Me getting my ass handed to me at a Yu-Gi-Oh competition. What the heck? Okay, I wasn't expecting. Maybe that's not the picture you were talking about. Okay, let me see here. Maybe that's not the one you were talking about. What is this? What is this? I tell my opponent, I have your grandpa's soul. What is this? Is that from the freaking anime, bro? Oh my god, that's hilarious. What even is that? Oh, it's so funny. Oh, I love Yu-Gi-Oh memes so much. Biggest problem with out-of-state stuff is insurance. The event coordinators have to use the field's insurance most of the time, which comes with its own restrictions. Yeah, that can be a problem. Sure, that can definitely be a problem as well. Is great when the hosts cooperate. Yes. RPG lovers. Yes. Like, oh my god. Yes. Who would have thunk? The event goes better when they cooperate. 100%. Who'd have thunk? Is there an East Coast event? Not yet. Cooper Simmons. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, it would be not. Hopefully we can. I would like, in my time during as a host for social media and also having part in the marketing department, I would love to be able to do an East Coast BB Wars event. I think it would be freaking sick. I think it would be a great opportunity for even the sponsors to get more of their name out there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I 100% agree. I concur. I concur. When are you going to as well? What is that as well? GBR maintenance is a mandatory skill you have to learn. I feel like that should be a disclaimer that more people listen to. I think when people buy GBRs, they're so like, and I get it, they're so intoxicated and like entranced by the realism aspect and how cool it looks on video that they don't understand that. And because even when I try to tell them, I feel like a lot of them don't listen and don't realize how much maintenance you have to learn how to do. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of guys end up having to sell theirs or try to get rid of theirs or trade it for something else because they're like, it's more work than I thought it was going to be. It's like, yeah, we tried telling you, man. I suck no matter what gun I use. Honestly, I get that. You know, I will have moments. Don't get me wrong. I will have days randomly where I just pop off and I'm getting like, for the day, I'm getting like 20 plus kills for the day. I'm like, holy crap. What happened? Like, I don't know. I just started popping off, man. I just started drawing kills left and right. I don't know why. But that's not very common, to be honest. Like, most of the time I'm usually like, maybe for the whole day, 10 tops, right, is how many I can get. Especially if I'm just using regular rifles. LMGs, okay, I can squeeze a few more kills out of that, right? I can definitely get some more. But regular rifles, yeah, man, I'm like, 10 maybe max, But honestly, even the kill count, I don't really care, honestly. I'm there because I want to dress up in my fabulous costume. I want to hang out with my fantastic friends and have a grand old time, shooting each other with plastic BBs. That's all I want. That's all I want at the end of the day. What's going on? Ace Tech Predator Mark III is sweet. Yes, it is. I do like the Predator. We got work. My fork has been busy. Okay, Ace Predator uses blast right now. Signal, you would, and also you can say that. And sort of answer that one as well. Okay, yeah. Should be caught up. Okay, scrolling down. Okay, there we go. Is Gnarls here? I don't know, man. I miss it when Gnarls isn't here, man. Gnarls is a homie. Brewer, I so wish I could swing a trip to Cat for B-Wars and to hang out and have beers with you, but can't financially pull it off. I completely understand, Crazy J. Trust me. I don't say any of this stuff to make you feel bad. It would be nice, yes, of course, right? But trust me, I am well aware of how much financially it would be to travel like that. Trust me, it's not cheap. If alcohol dehydrates you, you're not built you're just not built different. Okay, cool. Can we play Ready or Not? This computer can't handle it. You kidding me? I stake the fate of Modern World over the Egyptian card game. I bet. Yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh in a nutshell, man. Guys, we got 33 minutes left of the live stream. Before we close out tonight and the promos go away, remember, if you get yourself a BB Wars ticket right now, whether you get the Empire or Rebel ticket, you'll be getting yourself 5 entries in the live stream giveaway. But if you want to order anything else, remember, every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries in the live stream giveaway. But if you order one of these 2 slide kits, whether it be the LWS X-Veil Solutions Tomahawk or the Arc Division Reactor slide kit, either one of those will be getting you 12 chances of winning. And if you buy the fully built out airsoft gun as is, right, with the kits already pre-installed on the Glock 19 Gen 5s, you'll be getting yourself 24 chances of winning the live stream giveaway. So don't miss out and get those orders in. Again, you got 32 minutes left. 32 minutes left before we close out the live stream tonight. Remember, if you do have any airsoft related questions, make sure to ask away. Put the letter Q in front of your question. Makes it a lot easier for you to spot and identify. And thereby answer. Continue to like this live stream. And if you have anything you want to add to the topic tonight, that of course being AEG versus GBB versus HPA, opinions, thoughts, comments, feel free to go ahead and put them down in the live chat. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. I've never been because it looks private. Okay, I wish I owned a field. Trust me, I would invite the whole Mayo Gang there. I would love to see that, man. I would love to see that. Owned by a group. Al Hack would be nice field for BB Wars. It actually would. I won't lie. It would be pretty tight. That's a huge field too. But on the real, Bill actually will cause dehydration in sport activities. Yeah, absolutely. I have more GBRs I don't need. Casper, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream, man. Isaias over there drinking more of his was what? Hey, man, it's delicious. It's hydrating, right? Absolutely, it's hydrating, and it Feels good. Also, it like calms the nerves. I told you, I used to have a pretty bad, I didn't realize I had it, but a pretty bad soda addiction. So this takes the edge off, man, and it's just water at the end of the day, you know what I mean? No sodium, no calories, it's all good, man, it's all good. Let's see, Casey, what's up? No, I know exactly what that username is. Bumbleclut. Have the gut to prove it. Does one need a ticket to just do media? Asking for my media guy friend. That's an interesting question, actually. I'm gonna say yes. Here's why: because you still need to be able to like pay for like entry to even get onto the field itself. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you were just hanging out outside of the field, I don't think, yeah, you wouldn't need to, right? Because you're just hanging out there. But if you're going onto the field itself, they need to check to see that you have a wristband, so that you're still wearing Face Pro and everything. Because you're still under their liability. I think there's that argument for it. I don't know off the top of my head, but if I had to guess, I'm gonna say yes. But you don't have to show up in uniform. If you're showing up as media only, you do not have to show up in like uniform. You can wear whatever you want, obviously. I would say, if anything, Casper, for your media buddy, just to make it easy for him, you know, those slick body armor, wear one of those and see if you can get a nice big old press patch, slap it on there, so that way nobody shoots, or at least nobody tries to shoot him, you know what I mean? Maybe wear like a construction, like highlighter vest of some kind, you know, like a high vis vest of some sort over it. That way it's because again, I don't think that anyone wants to shoot. All jokes aside, I know there's a meme with like, oh, shoot the photographer, like, right? Oh, he's a journalist, shoot him down. Can't be tried for war crimes if no one's there to watch it, right? I get it, I get the memes, but in all seriousness, no one wants to shoot like the actual press photographer there. I feel bad anytime I see a media guy getting lit up. I feel terrible when that happens. It's happened in the past. And oddly enough, they weren't wearing a highlighter vest. They weren't wearing anything to, you know, mark them as like, okay, I'm not a normal player, right? Something like that, just to make it easier for them. Because if they just show up in a hoodie and regular civvy clothes, like, we're shooting, you know? I don't blame them. That's their fault. Spot checks, and if you get caught, instant removal for the day. Zero tolerance. 100%. I 100% agree. And I believe, and I know most regular, like, good HPA players will 100% agree with that as well. If you're caught cheating, right, or doing something like that, because that will, cranking up that PSI, you're just hurting people. You are sick. You're sick, is what it is. You're sick. You need help. You should not be on an airsoft field. Don't play. Like, seriously, stop fucking up the hobby for everyone else, man. Water, beer is my hydration. That's not good. That's not okay. You should not be doing that. You need to drink more water, man. To make sure, yeah, before a couple of days. Absolutely, Boz and I think we even did a whole episode on the old Range Talk podcast, if you remember that one, where he straight up said, yeah, you like, hydration doesn't happen the day of. It happens like the days leading up to it. I really like bullpups. They feel better to me than M4 or AK platform. I wish there were more bullpup offerings in 2026 for airsofters, because it is unfortunate that a lot of the bullpup platforms, like, kind of just, they're just not as populous as they used to be. I didn't say popular, just, you know, just they had more quantities of them, or more frequently, like, a common sight. Honestly, I genuinely believe VOG is probably one of the most slept on airsoft platforms ever. Genuinely believe that. That's 100% a thought like that I've had. And even playing, like, seeing one of my buddies, shout out my boy Nate, for bringing a JG AUG, upgraded mind you, but bringing out a JG AUG to AMS, and honestly doing okay with it. Like, it worked. I'm pretty sure I got like 1 or 2 kills with that thing, you know what I mean, when we had to trade at one point. He was down, and I was like, well, fuck, it's easier to take his gun while he's being revived, as opposed to trying to reload mine right now. So I just took his gun and started shooting. And anyway, I started blasting, right? And you know what? I had a lot of fun. AUGs are really, really cool. I think more bullpups need to exist out there. Tavors, I think, would be really, really cool to see more of them. I've had opportunities to get Tavors, and if I wasn't already saving my money for other things, i.e. my wedding, you know what I mean? Like, I would totally cop 100%. I think they're sick, you know, and there's a lot more that you can do with them than most people want to give credit to. They'll see, like, here, 1 or 2 things proprietary and just assume everything about it, like, and it can never be upgraded, it can never be good. It's like, no, it can be, maybe not as much as, you know, an AR, but you can still do stuff with it, man. You can still do stuff with it. The AUG is using a standard V3 gearbox, man. So I feel you on that, Rocky Mountain Hell Jumpers. I really do feel that. I feel that. If you are new, don't cheap out on eye face protection. Spend the extra money to get a good set. At the very least, if nothing else, get yourself something that's going to meet the bare minimum standard. You know what I mean? And never, and I have to emphasize this, there is not a reputable field out there that I know of for airsoft that will let you play with mesh goggles or a mesh, like, you know, full seal eye. Like, no, that does not count. Mesh, hell no. Never recommend that. I know it's offered. Even we used to sell it, but we even say this is, most fields will not accept that. That is for, like, you know, if you're playing like dodgeball or extreme frisbee or something, which that's a thing. Yes, extreme frisbee is a thing. But for airsoft, hell no. Full ANSI rated eye protection, full seal, right? It has to be full seal if you're gonna be playing on an airsoft field. That's like the bare minimum requirement that they ask. If it's your first time and you have friends already into it, ask them to try out their guns. Rental is good for trying out, but man, depending on the field, those rental guns are not maintained well. I don't blame them. That's not any dig to, like, the fields themselves. They try their best. They have limited resources and a lot of times limited budgets. And the techs there try to do the best that they can with what they have. And I know because I've talked to a lot of those techs. But I do understand what you're saying. Thankfully, RPG, most of their policies is like, okay, if the rental you're given is having problems, they either fix it right then and there on the spot, or they just swap you out for a new one and they have to check to make sure it's working. But I do know what you're saying, right? If you just want to have your own good stuff, yes, it definitely makes it a lot easier if you have a friend that also happen. You know, it just seems like there has to be a lot of, like, coincidences that have to coincide with this in order for it to meet that scenario, right? Where you have a friend who's already into airsoft, he already has enough guns and gear, and he has enough to give to several of his friends, right? Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure. If you have that, absolutely. I'm just saying for the people that don't have that or are just getting into it, you know, just raw dogging the experience altogether, you know, by themselves, no assistance, you know. I have 1 or 2 guns to give away at every event I go to. That's nice, Warzone. That's freaking sick. What a Giga Chad. I was away ordering one of the new slides. Hey, just realized I ordered the wrong Glock barrel. Oh, what's up though? Yeah, dude. What's up, man? Yeah, gonna hit BB Wars, dude. Yes, Casper. Yes, dude. I'm so excited. I think I remember you guys selling underwear with your face. I'm not. No, we're not talking about that one anyway, Daniel. So I'm not doing that one anymore. Did my stacked win ship out? Not yet. I haven't had the time to yet. Warzone. I probably will tomorrow. I just haven't. I genuinely have not had time yet. Not crunchless. Okay, stop, Warzone. Okay. Corman. Okay, hot take. Ooh, I like this one. Hot take. People who try and build their airsoft guns based on their service/personal pews to the point of putting real stuff on them are based in cool. That's not a hot take. That's actually cool. That's sick as hell. You know what I mean? If this is like, hey, this is the exact, like, setup that I had when I was in the service, right? And this is like, this is what I was issued. This is what I had on me. This is what I put on it. This is what I use. I use this for X amount of, like, tour or whatever it might be. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. 100%. Why wouldn't you do that? Absolutely. That, first of all, if you have prior military service, right, and you're playing airsoft, you already kind of have a little bit of an advantage there, right? I would suspect. I'm putting it lightly, but if you are able to recreate, you know, your service rifle or, you know, whatever it is that your platform that you're running at the time, and you're able to recreate that in airsoft, which a lot of guys are able to do that. Hell yeah, it's gonna be like, oh, this is right at home. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, the ballistics of airsoft and, like, versus real steel, there's a big difference right there, of course. But, like, once you get over that, like, and you kind of keep that in mind, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this makes sense. Like, this is so familiar, right? Like, that's just cool. That's just real sick, you know? I don't even think that's a hot take. I think that most people would agree, you know? Close place to get spam a suit from. Okay, answer that as well. All right, scrolling down because there's gonna be a few more comments and questions. Remember, guys, if you have comments and questions, put the letter Q in front of your question. It makes it a lot easier. I get shot in the face with my aim cam. The lenses stay completely intact, but part of the frame's shattered. Ballistic rate is it's worth the price. Yeah, true. Casper, I'm doing the Miami Tiger Stripe now that I have your blessing. It's my favorite. Dude, Miami Tiger Stripe, that's so hilarious. Dude, that's such a cool camo. Oh, dude. There are a couple fields down SC that allow steel mesh. Has to be steel. I'll be real. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna be real. It's not worth it. You know why? BBs up close can shatter. And if they shatter, where's it going to go? It's going to go into your eyes. So don't do it, guys. Seriously, do not play with that. You do not want to risk losing an eye. It's not worth it, man. Hot take, extreme frisbee is a fake sport. Hey, man, you know what? Whatever gets you outside playing, you know what I mean? Then sure. Okay, here's an actual hot take. Golf is not really a sport. It's not. It's not. I'm sorry. Golf is not really a sport. You know? I would say, yeah, you know, I'm going to stick with my opinion. I'm going to stick with that. Golf is not really a sport. But if it's recognized as a sport, you know what? Extreme frisbee can be as well. I prefer mild frisbee. Thank you very much. Yes, when you get a chance later. Okay, I will check my personal ones. So he made mistakes with the price and when I should post more reels of when I get shot at airsoft paintball while shooting. I thought it said potatoes for a second. While shooting photos. Man, what the hell am I reading? I'm tired. I should post reels of when I get shot at. Yeah, I think that actually would be a cool kind of like sort of like take or new angle for like airsoft to kind of like my experience as an airsoft photographer. It sounds weird, sounds crazy, but just hear me out, right? What if you were to do like a bunch of like takes where it's like, oh yeah, like your whole perspective is that of someone who does media, right? Your whole perspective is that of someone that does like video, does photography on the airsoft field, and of course sharing like, you know, behind the scenes of what goes on, right? Behind getting like this one take or this one shot, right? That you're able to get, right? Or you went to this field. What the hell? Let me turn this light off. There you go. That's better. Like this really, really cool shot that you took, right? It's like, okay, the events leading up to that, and then what happened after, right? Or how difficult it was to get here at this one position, right? I think that actually be kind of a cool angle to do. I don't really see too much airsoft content told from that perspective, if that makes sense. Yeah, jerks are jerks, 100%. I think, though, like, again, it does make it easier. Let's see, Indy says, I see that he was asking a question. Was we in the media appreciate not getting shot? Yeah, that's right. For those that don't know, yes, my dad does work in journalism as well. He's got plenty of horror stories in case you ever want to ask him. Indeed, airsoft is not as brutal as getting shot during a paintball match, though. Was in a global event, and my gear was covered. Like, ugh, gross, man. I'm sorry about that. Hey, fell out and fell back into the sport, and I just got my hands on a TM breacher. What should I upgrade? Honestly, leave it alone. Leave it alone, man. Don't touch those things. I try to tell people sometimes some guns you just shouldn't be touched. I mean, if you really want to, like, one thing that I know is super common would be like any of the HPA like Shotgun 870 like mag adapters. So you can, instead of having to use the shells, you have like an M4 mag adapter. So it literally just fits into where the what is it called, into breach, and then it literally just has an adapter for you to run standard M4 AG mags, and then it has an inlet for you to just plug in your HPA line into. That'd be one setup that I'd recommend that I see most guys doing, but other than that, leave it alone. Leave them alone. Don't you know? I mean, just leave the poor thing be. You know. Option A or option B? Check your texts. I think I remember responding, like at least looking at them, but in terms of the two, I mean, you can go either or. I mean, I said option A, RPG lovers, full tiger stripe. I think just like the vibe, you know. That's because that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm going Empire 2. I want to use my Miami Tiger Stripe this time. My Miami Tiger Stripe for Empire is so funny. It's so funny, dude. Wow, so get lit up in. Oh, we watched Ghost get lit up in his high vest at the non-event, Florida. He had his hand up and everything, yet dude kept shooting. Just freaking assholes, man. Freaking jerks. Like, I get it, right? Like, if you're in the heat of the moment, right? Some guy pulls a corner out. I 100% understand, like, it's gonna happen. Like, it's the nature of the game itself. You are going to get hit, even if you're a journalist, right? But as soon as you realize that they're not a normal player, stop shooting, you know what I mean? Or maybe, just a thought, don't shoot full auto like that at every single person you see, you know what I mean? Let's see here. No display. There you go. There we go. I watched this as well. Photo lives matter. What the hell? That's so funny, dude. They gotta get that as a hashtag. I meant per event on field policy. If you guys don't require all content field, I'm thinking of going to just do media as well. Yeah, you can. You know, I would say contact them. You can. Sure. Pulls out the concept. We haven't had a chance to see my footage. Rebels assemble. I don't know, man. I think Rebels. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, granted, now you guys have Brewer on your team. Or not Brewer. You guys have Ackright. Was it Ackright? Who was it that decided to join? No, yeah, it was you, right? Yeah, it was you, Brewer. You decided to go Rebel this time around. I don't know, man. Now you might have a little bit of a chance. I don't know. Maybe he can help swing the outcome a little bit. Blue play carrier. Yeah, that'll help. Blue play carrier, or like it's something super bright. Wait, so the Mayo Gang. Wait, was Mayo Gang require regulars going as rebels this year? Not all of them, Casper. I know Ackright is still going Empire. Yes, Ackright should be still going Empire. Dartry's still going to be going Empire, if I'm not mistaken. But I think a lot of the regulars are going to be pulling through. I don't know about Real Wild, though. I haven't heard from him in a hot minute. Over here in Colorado, AEG's better. Due to the climate that change every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, that's crazy. But I think just overall, like, AEG is just the most consistent at the very least, and the most accessible for most people in general. HPA, again, is very easy, but the price ceiling is just so damn high. Don't give away positions by barking. Yeah, if you brought your dog, he just starts barking or crying. It's like, oh, damn it, now they know where I am at. I got lucky flying to town. My son treated me for my birthday. Hey, that's awesome, man, that your son got you those tickets, man. That's sick. Let's see if I get my casting sand in and I still have time to paint, then maybe BB Wars. Oh, hopefully you can. It kind of sucks when you start popping off, but it's a private event with friends. Have to low-key say sorry for being tryhard. No, man, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, if you get all the kills in a private event, hey, man, that's just a skill issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a skill issue between friends. Hey, man, should have done better. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, this is freaking... I mean, obviously, if you accidentally overshoot someone, yes, you should... I mean, you should say sorry regardless of who it is. But, still... It's down as well. Scrolling down. Need more people. I spent $600 on an HPA engine, line, reg, and tank. It is expensive. Honestly, for $600, that's kind of a steal. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna bring in the LMG. I gotta recheck the field LMG rules. I don't think I liked them last I saw. Yeah, for LMG I mean, you could check again, Casper. But when we went, if you brought an LMG or MMG, basically any sort of support weapon, you cannot walk and shoot, and you have to either be prone or have the gun posted up somewhere. I think maybe you could take a knee, but that was about it, right? Like, you can't like just use it like a regular rifle, which is unfortunate. But, you know, that is the field rule, so we gotta abide by them. Yeah, they made LMG mount. Yeah, I literally went into when they told me that I couldn't use it unless I had a bipod. That's the other thing too. It has to have a bipod of some kind. I had to go into their pro shop and buy a bipod grip so I could use it. You know what I mean? That was that. I was like, man, you know. But again, it's their field rules. They have it for a reason. I understand why. They don't want to like have like some guy getting like, you know, all gung ho and decided to run up to someone point blank and shooting them. I get it. I understand why. meant the fire rate and power limit. I think they were pretty chill, honestly. Last I checked for their what is it called, for their rate of fire limitations. I didn't think it was that bad, to be honest. Use my shoulder to mount that LMG. What's up, dude? What's up, Ruben? That's so quiet. Look, you kind of have to say sorry when you dome a friend with MP9, okay? Hey, man, that's kind of his fault for showing his head out like that. You know what I mean? What's he doing? You know? Why is he making himself such an easy target? Well. Didn't see you last year when you were Empire and I was a rebel. Because I hide in the back. That's true. You were all the way in the back. You were sniping MFers with your 416. And I know it was the 416 because you let me borrow it actually for a round. It was super fun to use. I'm going to get lit up. Well, maybe wasteful, but damn, is it so satisfying. Of course, man. Of course. My LMG begs to differ. It is meant for suppressive fire. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, you're still just as effective as a rifleman at that point, and you have the unique ability to shoot burst or full auto fire. You know what I mean? Why not take advantage of that? You know what I mean? Like, if you obviously, if you are going to be providing support for your team, of course, do that 100%. But at the same time, you know, you have the capability of taking and mowing down enemy movement. Do that. You know what I mean? Why not, like, get that, you know? I LARP. Oh, that's interesting. I LARP as a reporter when I run press at TCA events. I'm TCNN, Third Coast News Network. I run tourniquet rules as well, and it feels like the modern Civil War movie. If it makes it feel so immersive. I didn't like the movie itself too much, but I do get what you're saying, and that is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, that is actually pretty cool. If you're actually partaking in the same rules as like every other person, you know, when it comes to like reviving and tourniquet rules and stuff. Oh, 100%. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I actually would be down to try that as well. That'd actually be kind of cool. My LMG begs to differ. You're standing off to the side and they say, when you're standing off to the side and they still shoot at you is the worst. Yeah, no, true. Got my Widowmaker yesterday and the RPG is actually insane. That's right, yeah. Cooper Simmons. The W10 Widowmaker WAG Entertainment Edition, Mr. Entertainment's gun. Yeah, dude, this thing is sick. Out of the box, RPS is like, when we chronoed it, it was like 26, I think, at the highest. Yeah, it was nuts. 26 RPS out of the box is pretty cool, man. How useful is it in a firefight? Hey, you never know, man. You never know when you might need to, you know, bust that full auto at a Milsim event or something, right? Just in case, to scare them off a little bit, right? But this thing is tight. It's freaking sick. It's actually available in combos as well. So if you guys want to get a battery and charger pack for it too, that's available. Magazine pack as well. So entirely up to you guys. Guys, you got 8 minutes left before we close out tonight's stream. Get those orders in before it's too late. Daniel Silva. Ernesh? What was the Ernesh one? I don't remember what that one looked like. Ernesh. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. We're talking full overhaul of the entire gearbox itself. New internal components for this one specifically. This one has... Actually, yeah, we actually even put a lot of like the build components that actually went into it in the description as well. So feel free to go and give that a read. But hey, comes exactly like you see and has all the internal parts mentioned as well. I like our customs, man. I like our customs. They're freaking tight. I love the quality of work that goes into it. If you have the means for it, by all means, go for it. Hoping my suggestion for Hardcore Fridays at my home field happens. 18+ airsoft nights with looser power and looser power and MED restrictions. Oh, I see. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of cool, interesting to see how many people do that, you know? Answer that as well. Okay, yeah, should be caught up. There we go. When does live chat reopen tomorrow? Should be opening at like 9 o'clock, usually around that time frame. You know what I mean? Obviously, if we're on the phone with another customer, like sometimes it can just kind of pull us away. Because remember, we are indeed a small team. Another way you can also go ahead and reach out to us, other than website live chat and phone lines, another email, IGDMs. IG DMs, or just DMs in general, right? Reach out to us on our DMs. Absolutely. Get back to you as soon as we can. What is the closest airport to the field? Sacramento. Is Sacramento the closest one? I felt like there was another one. Oh, that's right. Yeah. There's a regional airport in Reading if you can get flights to land there. That's right. I think that's what. Oh my God. I think that's what the field that. Oh my God, what's his name? That Kev RGK. I'm pretty sure that's the field that he had to fly out of. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Just try. I believe there's an airport in Reading, North Carolina. Not familiar with like 7 hours north of me. As well. We're trying to. I really want to go. Widowmaker. So you going to BB Wars? Honestly, if you can make it, that'd be freaking sick, dude. It'd be tight. It'd be freaking awesome, Ruben, if you could make it out to BB Wars as well. You know what? I mean, hey, there is always the option. I brought this up, and I know RPG. I know Darktree. I know that they all are gonna like maybe look at like carpooling together possibly. I'm just saying it would make it very convenient if all y'all decided to just reach out, maybe in the BB Wars chat on Discord, be like, hey, you know, I live here in SoCal. I'm trying to, you know, go to BB Wars. Who wants to carpool with me, right? Like, that'd be kind of an easy way, no-brainer, to kind of get it all to work out so that we can see, okay, how many people do we have that want to go? You know, if it's a matter of, okay, I need to find, you know, I want to make sure we get transportation. Okay, if we can all work together, are you down to do this, right? That would be a great way to do it. That's all. I'm going to leave that suggestion there, right? There is that BB Wars chat that does exist in Discord. When I am allowed non-stop full auto with the saw, I have been known to unload bottles of BB worth to let squads rotate. That's hilarious. I mean, again, you have the ability to. Why not use it, right? My first time with a bone stock TM VSR-10, and I wiped out a 6-man squad at a local game, and it felt so pro. Dude, that must have been peak, bro. Peak freaking euphoria, man. Being able to get all those kills with that, with a bone stock bolt action. That's cool, man. That's sick. I intentionally limit my RPS, so it's actually slow enough to even semi-auto it. Most players can shoot semi-auto faster than my full auto. That's fair. I think the most that I don't even really have my LMGs going that fast. I think the fastest I have is like 31, maybe 32 RPS. Yeah, I think it was like 32 RPS. But I have a 2-stage trigger in my LMG, so if I wanted to, I could do like, all right, it's shooting 30. All right, now it's shooting 32, or like 29. Now it's shooting like 32. Right, that's about it. Casper says yes. They made LMG mounting last time. Okay, yes, that as well. Okay, so that as well. We got 3 more minutes, guys. Remember, if you have anything that interests you, make sure to go and place your orders now. Get those orders in, so that way you can take advantage of the promos. Can I give away something? I mean, if you want to, sure, yeah. That's what happened last time. I think. Who gave away? Was it Brewer? I think it was Brewer. Yeah. Didn't you give anything away at Coastal Front the first time we went? I thought you did, because I remember we did our normal raffle at the end of the day, and then you were like, okay, this came from. You gave us the price so we could do the raffle for it. But I mean, you'd be able to do it yourself if you wanted. LAX to Sacramento is $68 round trip on Frontier Airlines. Damn, that's cheap, dog. That's pretty good, actually. That's a round trip, too? Woo-wee. For all the guys that are, in the area, I mean, if you guys didn't want to take the road trip and you guys want to fly instead, I mean, there's an option, too. I mean, granted, you still have to, like, check in, the luggage and everything for... You got to follow the guidelines for TSA requirements for traveling with airsoft guns and all that shit. But, like, I mean, you can do it. Like, it's possible, for sure. Things plan out here when it goes. 10-4. Yeah. I got you. A word. Gonna need something outside. Might be me and the one just come in. They fly to SFO and to LA. Might have to fly SFO first. There's a regional airport and them as well. Hope you do, dog. Gotta play with you. That's right, man. That's right. It would be sick, Ruben, if you could go to. What team would you actually be going on, Ruben? Would you want to go Empire or would you want to go Rebels? I'm curious. Okay, yeah, should be all caught up on all those as well. Holy shit, it moved so fast. I'm amazed people will go out of their way to revive you because it adds to the immersion They'll go out of their way to revive because as the immersion, having a few random guys risk getting hit for you. That's me in a nutshell. I don't know what it is, but whenever I play at a Milsim event of some kind, or if there are revive rules in general, right, I will usually go out of my way to try to revive people. Like, it's just second instinct for me to be like, I gotta save this guy. I gotta save this guy, right? And it just takes over, and I gotta like freaking save him. Even at AMS too, like I was freaking reviving people. I was grabbing people left and right, man. Like, it was fun, dude. That's like one of the funnest parts, when you actually get to save people, right? Get them back in the fight. Yeah, and I also, again, just the idea of being able to revive people too gives you an opportunity. It gives the player an opportunity to contribute to the game that doesn't ultimately require in just you killing someone. It's more like, hey, you're adding, like, there's other things you can do that will help your team advance or achieve whatever goal it is that they have, right? But yeah, always love it when revive rules are a thing. All right, guys, it is now 9:30. That is going to be it for tonight's live stream. Hopefully you guys got those orders in. You were able to take advantage of the extra promotions going on. If not, don't worry. Any order that you place, $20 or more, will automatically get you one entry into the live stream giveaway. All right? I know, too bad. I know I want to go to Iron Horse, man. I want to. But who knows? Maybe who knows what the future may hold. But in the meantime, guys, hope you guys have had a great live stream. Hopefully you guys have had a great day. And if not, hopefully it got a little bit better. I'll see you guys on the next one, on Thursday's live stream giveaway. Don't miss out. Spread the word around as much as possible. Let's get all eyes on the stream. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of the night. And I will see you guys all on the next one. Take it easy and stay safe out there.